Mixed mode planning, discrete process and lean. Unifying lean, process and production into one seamless supply chain. That's really the key elements of this recording. This is an example of how mixed mode planning could look as a result of a mixed mode supply chain. We have one supply chain but multiple supply policies, and that is all merged into one seamless flow. The example below, I have a sales order for a product, which is a speaker kit. The speaker kit is actually controlled by Kanban, and in this setup, most of the items sourced for the kit is actually supplied by Kanban. In this case, Kanbans have different states. Some are released, some are not. But one product is actually sourced by production order, and the inflow to this is a purchase order. The importance here is that you basically just have to define the supply policy, and Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 will ensure that the flow that we source orders to different sources is controlled automatically. Supply policy, basically pick any order type, and Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 will make sure that order and material flow follow. The supply policies can be production, which basically covers a batch order, which is a process order, and a standard production order for discrete production. Purchase order, Kanban, and transfers. Transfer between sites and warehouses. The Kanban will utilize the production flow, and the new lean module in AX 2012 purchase is a standard. So based on the order type, Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 will ensure that the material flow is intact and the process are pushed to the right instance. It's up for you to pick how do you want actually this given product on this given dimension, being site, warehouse, legal entity, actually to be supplied, and then we make sure that the flow follow. To visualize that, this is the same product structure as before. Speaker kit is controlled by Kanban. The frame is a Kanban. The cover is purchased. The speaker kit is production, and the raw materials or the inflow material to the speaker kit is purchase order. And this is something you define on a product per dimension level. So actually a product within the same legal entity can be sourced. It can be supplied with different supply policies on different sites and warehouses. But if we try to add another dimension to see how this would look in a intercompany flow, adding the sales company as an entity basically just doesn't change any setting for you as a manufacturing company. The speaker kit rear is still a Kanban controlled item, but adding the sales company just have released the product speaker kit rear into the legal entity, take a sales order, and we'll make sure we, being Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012, will generate an intercompany relation and trigger off the material and order flow in the manufacturing company, the producing company, and actually generate Kanban purchase and production orders in this scenario, including the sales purchase order relation needed for the intercompany financial transactions. That's all for now.